Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to a new cycle on global television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I'm Queen Agaba. A quick reminder that global television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on Nigecomsat. The National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, says it has identified over 6,000 Nigerians registered on its database with the National Identification Number. This follows President Bola Tinubu's interministerial committee set up to ensure comprehensive data for the National Social Register of the federal government's social investment programs. The Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, had reportedly briefed the Federal Executive Council on February 4th, 2025 on the activities of National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, an agency under his purview. The federal government has introduced a contactless passport renewal system in Europe to enable Nigerians renew their passports effortlessly. The system will allow eligible Nigerians to renew their passports online without visiting an embassy or consulate, reducing waiting times and eliminating the inconvenience of travel. A statement by the Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, noted that the system is designed to streamline passport renewals for Nigerians abroad in line with President Bola Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda. Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma has named a newly constructed road after the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje. The announcement was made during the commissioning of the road, now officially called Abdullahi Ganduje Drive, alongside the inauguration of the Mbidi Oguta Road. Our correspondent Amarachi Ibe was at the event and now reports.
It was a moment of recognition and appreciation as Governor Hope Uzodinma named the newly reconstructed DSS road in honor of the APC National Chairman, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje. The governor described the gesture as a tribute to Ganduje's leadership and his contributions to the growth of the ruling party.
This road we are commissioning today is part of that commitment. We will not relent until we have taken our dear state to our dream destination.
Earlier, the event also saw the official commissioning of the Mbidi Oguta Road, a key infrastructure project expected to boost economic activities and improve connectivity in the region. The highlight of the event was the official commissioning of the Abdullahi Ganduje Drive, with the APC chairman performing the ceremonial.
Clear this road. Thank you.
Residents of the area expressed their joy.
Governor has tried, he really tried for opening this road once more, and now it's the best of all.
The road was bad, but now the road is pure, brand new road. You cannot go here, you can't pass through here 2-3 years back, but now it's a brand new road, and it's a road that leads to Onitsha road that leads to also Akwakuma, Amakaya to Ashi. So it's a wonderful thing that our governor have done for us here.
With the commissioning of Mbidi Oguta Road and the Ganduje Drive in Owerri, residents are now happy that they can move freely to wherever they are going to within the town. The state government has also stated that over 120 roads has been constructed and more are yet to be constructed. From Abdullahi Ganduje Drive, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global.
The proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has taken its legal battle against its proscription as a terrorist organization to the Supreme Court. IPOB, through its lawyers, dissatisfied with the ruling of the Court of Appeal Abuja Division, which affirmed it as a terrorist organization, is seeking to overturn the judgment that affirmed its designation as a terrorist entity by the federal government. In its appeal filed at the Apex Court, the proscribed argued that its proscription violated constitutional provisions, particularly the right to fair hearing, as enshrined in Section 36 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. The Nigerian Senate is set to investigate allegations made by the head of state of Niger Republic, Brigadier General Abdulhamid Tishiani, accusing Nigeria of colluding with France to destabilize Niger through a new military group identified as Lukarawa. The Senate Committees on National Security and Foreign Affairs have been directed to investigate the matter and report their findings. Ramsey Agbo takes it from here.
The resolution stemmed from emotion moved on the floor of the upper legislative chamber by the Bauchi South Senator Umar Shehu at the plenary session. Senator Shehu Bubar voiced significant concern over allegations from Niger Republic's head of state, Brigadier General Abdurrahman Chiani, accusing Nigeria of colluding with France to destabilize Niger using a new military group called Lakurawa. As a result, the lawmakers seek Senate intervention to recommend diplomatic and security measures aimed at restoring and strengthening the historic ties between Nigeria and Niger.
Brigadier General Chani also alleged plans to establish a base for Lakurawa in a forest near Gaba, Sokoto State, with operational reach extending to Sokoto, Zamfara, and Kebbi State.
The Senate decided to halt an open debate on the allegations due to the sensitivity of the matter, but directed its committees on national security and foreign affairs to investigate further and report their findings.
Let us just agree that his committee be made to go and carry out whatever investigation that needs to be carried out. And the committee will present a report to us in an executive session.
But I suggest that it should be a joint committee. The Foreign Committee on Foreign Relations is also very important.
The motion is now referred to the Committee on Intelligence and National Security, jointly with the Committee on Foreign Affairs, to report back within 4 weeks.
As the Senate anticipates feedback from its joint committee, it resolved to debate the outcomes in the executive session. Ramsey Agbo reporting for Global Television.
The House of Representatives Committee on the Review of the 1999 Constitution has proposed the creation of 31 additional states in the country. The proposal for new states was contained in a letter read during plenary session by the Deputy Speaker Benjamin Kalu, who presided over the session in the absence of the Speaker Tajuddin Abbas. Ogochukwu Mobuna completes the story.
An act of the National Assembly for the purpose of creating a new state shall only be passed if it requires support by at least the third majority of members. The committee chaired by Kalu proposed 6 new states for North Central, 4 in the Northeast, 5 in the Northwest, 5 in Southeast, 4 in South-South, and 7 in Southwest.
The Senate and the House of Representatives, the House of Assembly in respect of the area, and the Local Government Council in respect of the area is received by the National Assembly. Local government advocates for the creation of additional local government area are only reminded that Section 8 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as amended, applies to this process. Specifically, in the accordance with Section 8.3 of the Constitution, the outcome of the votes of the state houses of assembly and the referendum must be forwarded to the National Assembly for further legislative action.
The proposal, if scaled through, Nigerian states will be made up of 67 subnational governments, as the country's current states stand at 36, including the Federal Capital Territory. Ogochukwu Mobuna reporting for Global Television News.
The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has destroyed seized fake and expired drugs, unwholesome processed food, and substandard products from the South-South zone, valued at 4.7 billion naira. The Director General of NAFDAC, Mojisola Adeyeye, supervised its destruction at a dump site in Alu, Ikwere local government area of Rivers State. Adeyeye says the destruction of the harmful products was not just a routine exercise, but a firm statement of the agency's unwavering resolve and commitment to protect the lives of the people from the dangers of counterfeit and substandard medicines, unwholesome food, medical devices, and other hazardous regulated products. The Nigerian Senate has intervened in the catastrophic fire and oil spill from Manifold Well in OML 18, located in Bukuma, Rivers State. Senator representing Rivers West, Banigo Ikpalibe, who raised the motion during plenary, also sounded the alarm over the environmental and health consequences of recurrent oil spills in the region, calling for swift investigation and intervention from relevant government agencies to quickly address the spillage. Uyi Agbamofwegbe has details.
While presenting her motion, the Rivers lawmaker, Senator Banigo Ikpalibe, expressed concern over the delayed response of responsible oil companies, a situation she says has increased the suffering of affected communities.
Recognizes the severe consequences of this incident, including contamination of rivers, farmlands, and aquatic life, which constitute the primary source of livelihood for the residents of Buguma. The pollutants released pose significant health risks, including respiratory and waterborne diseases, and long-term effects such as cancer and organ damage.
Lawmakers who contributed to the motion also recommended the inclusion of additional prayers for a more comprehensive approach to addressing the issue.
The federal government should declare a national emergency program for the rebuilding, rehabilitation, and recalibration of the national oil, onshore oil wells, flow stations, and pipeline infrastructure in Nigeria.
Urge the Ecological Management Committee and relevant agencies to ascertain cleanup costs, charges, and penalties of each and every oil spill or fire hazard and charge operators accordingly.
Deputy President of the Senate, Barau Jibrin, who presided over plenary session, urged relevant agencies to take decisive actions and curb the menace.
It's the fact that we have an infrastructure that has become decayed. And the second factor is the fact that there are some level of sabotage in that. The Senate has the latitude to deal with the matter. So let me put the question. Those in favor of this prayer, please say aye. Those against say nay.
At the end, the matter was referred to the Committee on Environment and Petroleum Upstream for further legislative action. Uyi Agbamofwegbe, reporting for Global TV News.
The Managing Director, National Inland Waterways Authority, Niwa Bola Oyebamiji, has warned staff against indolence of any act of sabotage to the revenue drive of the organization. The agency's boss handed out the warning in Lokoja at the headquarters of the organization during the 2025 two-day management retreat. He stated that the warning became necessary in view of the fact that generated revenue by the area officers in 2024 was optimally poor. The Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, says the government would engage stakeholders over the proposed 12-year basic education model. Alausa had, during the Extraordinary National Council on Education meeting in Abuja, presented a proposal that aims to transition to 12 years of compulsory education within the existing 6-3-3 system. During a press briefing in Abuja, Alausa, however, says the proposal is for discussion and not an immediate policy shift. The Nigerian police force has apprehended 82 suspects in the month of January 2025 for various financial and cyber-related crimes, including internet fraud, romance scams, identity theft, cryptocurrency fraud, transnational fraud, and several other cyber offenses through its National Cybercrime Center. Parading 9 suspects in Abuja, the first public relations officer, Olumuyiwa Adejobi, says the police has successfully apprehended 32 suspects across the nation in a significant crackdown on cyber-related crimes. Kike Lama-Okere completes the story.
The Nigerian police force paraded some suspects linked to several fraud schemes that has defrauded individuals and organizations within and outside the country. Among these cases is the arrest of 2 individuals, Seidu Adams Usman and Yusuf Umar, in connection with the creation and distribution of compromised financial accounts used to facilitate fraudulent transactions amounting to over 400 million naira.
Saidu Adam Usman, male, and Yusuf Umar Mir. IPO, they are in connection with the creation and distribution of compromised financial accounts used to facilitate fraudulent transactions amounting to over 400 million naira.
Some of the suspects testified to the crime they are accused of.
This WhatsApp group that we buy Facebook from, we buy Facebook and TikTok, and we sell to our customers.
Cumulatively, can you tell us the rough estimate, total of amount of money you have realized?
Exactly, sir. I couldn't say.
Okay, but our report here is saying so far you have done a deal of more than 400 million naira.
Yes, just when I handle my account.
So you are a millionaire now.
The Nigerian police force therefore cautioned against the inappropriate use of social media for the perpetration of crimes such as fraud, defamation and cyber stalking, while reiterating the force's commitment to identify and curtail cyber criminals and syndicates and ensuring that those involved in the cyber-related crime will face the full weight of the law.
And protect our cyberspace, the Nigerian police force are taking the bull by the horn to make sure that we tackle all forms of cyber crimes in this country.
Sextortion are targeting females that are below 17 years.
Members of the public are advised to exercise extreme caution when engaging in online transactions and ensure adequate verification of legitimacy of operators before concluding large financial dealings. Kike Lomo Okeri, Global Television News.
You're watching the live broadcast of News Cycle on Global Television, coming to you from the nation's capital, Abuja. When News Cycle returns, Lagos firm sign MOU for Lekki Ekpe International Airport construction. We'll bring you details of this, as well as business and sports stories right after the break. Please stay with us. Many thanks for staying with us. Lagos State Government has signed a memorandum of understanding with a construction company, Sumer Group, to construct the long-awaited Lekki Ekpe International Airport. In a statement on his X handle, the State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, noted that the airport is an essential part of his administration's vision to improve connectivity in the state and stimulate economic growth, as well as draw in global investment. The project is expected to boost infrastructure, ease transportation challenges, and reinforce Lagos' position as a key economic hub in Africa. The Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority has vowed to impose stiff sanctions against Kenya Airways for serially violating aviation rules in Nigeria. Topping the accusation against the airline was its management refusal to apologize to a Nigerian passenger, Gloria Omisore, who was reportedly maltreated by the airline staff in Nairobi, the capital of Kenya, recently. The authority's publicist, Michael Achimugu, through his statement posted on his X handle, explained that the airline's country manager, James Nganga, was at his office upon his summon and admitted that the airline erred in handling the issue. The federal government says it is working to transition 1 million households from firewood-based cooking to clean and sustainable energy solutions. Minister of Women Affairs Hajia Iman Suleiman Ibrahim announced this during a Citizens Engagement News conference in Abuja in commemoration of 100 days in office. She stated that the initiative is part of efforts to promote gender-responsive climate action. On the foreign scene, President Donald Trump has revoked his predecessor, Joe Biden's security clearance in a blizzard of new orders, while escalating his campaign to dismantle the U.S. humanitarian agency charged with helping the world's poorest and extending American influence around the globe. In a new series of rapid-fire power plays, the 78-year-old billionaire also froze aid to South Africa, where his top donor Elon Musk was born, and named himself head of one of Washington's premier cultural venues, the Kennedy Center. In sports, Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola says the club expects to learn the outcome of the hearing into its 115 charges of alleged Premier League financial rule breaches in 1 month. The hearing took place in front of an independent commission between September and December. If City, who strongly denied the charges, are found guilty, the commission has unlimited powers, which include a massive point deduction or relegation. Belinda Bencic reached her first Women's Tennis Association Tour final since returning from maternity leave with a surprise victory over Elena Rybakina at the Abu Dhabi Open. The Swiss former Olympic champion clinched a 3-6, 6-3, 6-4 triumph over world number 5 Rybakina in 2 hours and 6 minutes. Bencic welcomed her daughter Bella in April 2024 and returned from a 13-month break from the tour 6 months later. That's it on Global Television News Cycle. A quick reminder that Global TV is on DSTV channel 365, on Star Times channel 276, and free to air on Nightcomsat. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. I am Queen Agaba. Thank you for watching and see you again.